back again with our third episode, but today we're going to mix it up a little bit.
We've got some guests.
We've got some special guests. Our main guest here, Chol Dut, aka Mr. Elevate, aka CEO of Elevate Basketball.
AKA.
And who we got here next to him? The man Kobe, the man with the plan. Okay, and we got a little side guest called Moose's Wall here.
Sidekick.
Side guest.
So how are we all doing today?
Doing very good.
Not bad.
Okay, I think
You
it's
guys want to
fun.
introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Well, my name is Deng James,
Okay.
and I'm a founder of 100 Productions, and I work alongside Mr. Elevate right here, and we're, you may say, partners in crime or so, and we're some of the young entrepreneurs in the community right now, trying to make our own waves and make our own moves. That's who I am, and I'm gonna allow Chol to also introduce himself.
Go ahead, Chol.
Oh.
My name is Mr. Elevate. Many people don't know my real name, but my real name is Chol Dut, and I'm the founder of Elevate Basketball. We've been going together for 3 years now, me and Daniel, so we work together trying to uplift the community, through what we know best, which is basketball.
And I just...
Well, I'll go by Moose's Wall in the
Government.
Australian culture. But my actual name is Wada Jag Bunyuan. You know, straightforward. So, yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll talk about something funny, pseudo timing. How are we all doing with that?
Hey, it was not...
hold on.
What happened there?
Hold on. It's 2:38 now.
Yeah.
What time did you guys show up?
We
On time.
I came at
Shut up
1:15.
on time.
Yeah,
1:15.
Oh, okay. Well, it was supposed to be 12.
No,
Oh, did
I'll
you
push
change
it back. Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
push it back.
Man, it's not my fault.
It
It's
was
Metro.
supposed to be 2 hours late.
Metro, you know, I have to get a bus. I don't even get buses.
Oh,
I don't know Sunshine well either. So
I'll
I
feel you
got...
on that.
Apology accepted.
Yes.
Yeah, I hope. I'm not late ever. Come on. You
No,
know
fair
this.
enough. I got you. So
First and last time, right?
it was interesting. We were talking about me and you, Kobe. You were giving some reasons why you think we have pseudo timing in our
Yeah.
culture. Why is that?
It's not even pseudoscience. It's just Africans in
It's
general.
African timing. Yeah.
That's it.
I want you guys to hear what Kobe has to say.
Yeah.
Speak up, Kobe.
This is my theory. Don't quote me on it though.
What's your theory? We have to Kobe.
There's no one else to quote.
So look, what I think and how this African timing or pseudo timing comes about is mainly like most of our parents or elders, they don't really go to school or go to hospitals or have like a schedule they gotta follow sometimes. So they're not really like
So they're not in tune with like keeping time.
so they're not in tune to keeping with time, and they don't have to be at a specific place, you know, right
So
there.
why do you think sort of our peer group is still like that?
Well, we're like that at times because some of us go to school,
Yeah.
some of us go to work as well, and there's certain appointments that you're scheduled to, where if you like, you know, we're supposed to be here
Yeah,
at
so like
1:30.
maybe you're only African time sometimes.
Yeah,
You're in African time when it's other Africans.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the word.
Yeah, that's it is.
You don't do that with Kawajan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I feel like we put on a sort of a persona when we're
I
talking
reckon
about
the next
two
generation is
white
going to get better.
You
It's
reckon?
going to be different next generation, I reckon.
people. Yeah.
But now we like 50-50, you know?
Yeah,
Because
we're
we're still old
transitioning.
school.
Yeah,
We're still
yeah.
old school, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so
Well,
yeah, that's
we
why
should
I-
hope so. We should hope that things get better. All right, so we just gotta talk about family a little bit.
Oh, so I was
Yeah.
saying last week, Ahmed and I were talking, when we go back home, it's like you leave from being the minority to the majority. So it's like you kind of experience, you know, everything in reverse kind of. So I don't know about you guys, but Ahmed and I grew up here and spent like most of our adolescence here.
Yeah.
So it's like quite, I don't know, like an experience to go back and experience not being the only black person
So have
somewhere.
you any of you guys gone back at all?
Yeah, I have been back, but you know what? I still yet felt different.
Really?
In a way.
Yeah, because you
when I
still
went
have the
there, I
Australian.
still had the looks, man. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to fit in as much as I can.
They'll spot
but-
you
You
out.
have the money.
Yeah. Nah, honestly, I could just wear normal clothes. I like, there's others that will just wear dress the same way as I was dressed. But I still got picked out. I just don't understand.
Yeah,
how
I think they pick you out like your accent, like how you
Speech,
carry
yeah.
yourself and stuff.
Yeah,
it's very
I think
Western.
it's mainly
But it's
about how
like-
you carry yourself.
It was
yeah.
like the dichotomy of like in your mind, you're like very Australian, but like when you go back, you look like everyone else. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, visually you
Yeah.
don't, you know, stick out, but
Yeah.
like
Just
when it
stand
comes
and
to
don't don't make a
but
move.
when you're talking or like going somewhere,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
when they start
so
picking it up.
obvious because
Yeah.
they're like, well, what are you doing? Yeah.
I felt like mainly it was the way I carried myself around because I didn't really speak as much.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's very common.
Yeah, I didn't speak as much.
Maybe it's the way you're walking, bro.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that walk there was that.
Yeah, that walk. Yeah, this guy's not from here.
That's what I was gonna say. Like your walk.
Is there anything that you noticed when you went back that people just did that you were like, oh, damn, I didn't realize it?
Oh, like the way they greet, right? Sometimes the way
Yeah.
they greet, I don't know if you guys do this, but like, let me start with another one. The holding hands.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
holding hand.
Holding hands. Bro, I'm
Yeah.
trying to cross
They
the
still
street.
hold hands
Yeah.
up. It's great.
Bro, I know that's what I'm saying, but in back home, it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's
common.
just so
Very
common. Yeah, like
Yeah.
very common.
you'd be trying to cross the street, you feel a hand just slip.
Yeah. You know.
And I didn't know how to act, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to act. You know?
I had a funny experience with one of my.
Hey,
Yeah.
One of my
Cho's
cousins.
laughing, bro.
He knows.
Bro,
Fight,
Cho's gonna
guys, sorry,
experience
guys.
it.
Who's holding your hand?
He hasn't been back home.
No, I
that's why.
experienced it here. My
Oh.
other uncles, when they come over, you know, they say, let's talk. They grab your hand and then they grab the corner.
In
You
Australia.
have to go back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like, man.
Tell
Just
us
gotta
about
be
your
slick with
hand
it.
holding.
Yeah.
Well, it happened with one of my cousins.
Yeah.
So I don't remember where we were going, to be honest, but as we were walking, he slips his hand, and that was the first time I experienced it. You know, I was quite confused. What's going on here? You know.
So
But
you
I
let
sort of let it happen, but then later on towards the day, it did not feel right. I felt so uncomfortable
yeah.
throughout the whole day. You know?
Yeah.
So I had to, you know.
Tell
So
us.
Okay.
they got the message after that, right?
Yeah, they got the,
Same.
they didn't do it again.
Yeah, same.
Everyone shares food.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
well-
plates, like huge
Yeah.
plates.
I feel like that's normal for me, to be
I
honest.
went there and
It
I
still
was like
happens here.
vegetarian,
You
and it's like meat,
Yeah, that's-
everywhere. And I'm
yeah.
like,
Yeah, they just eat meat.
just
man.
straight meat, yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
we kill a cow, just
You know the best one.
You
was
sure
the-
are?
Right,
Just kill a
yeah.
cow,
Right,
yeah.
just kill a cow for you. and stuff.
Karama,
you're
yeah.
living, we'll kill a cow.
Yeah.
Everybody
that's
wants
what
to
it
kill
is.
cows. And
Bro,
all
I
that.
remember they killed a cow and a sheep, took the lungs out,
Ugh.
blew it like it was a balloon, bro.
Whoa.
It was pretty interesting, actually. So yeah, Kobe, you haven't said much about going back home. Have you been home?
Nah, that's because I haven't been back.
Oh, okay. So would you
Well,
like to go back? What's the
yeah,
deal?
for sure. I'm planning on going back sometime during the end of next year.
Right,
I've got a
I wanted to go back this year, but financially I was not ready.
right, okay.
But
Yeah.
that's
So, sorry, man. But if you once you go back, like, what are you expecting there? Like, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just from what you've heard.
yeah, from
us?
what you,
For
yeah.
other stories.
I'm expecting to just fit in how, because I'm gonna go to my hometown of
Mm.
Bor, and I'll be welcome because my
I'll be there.
my grandfather he's well known and he's a great over there. He's well respected and so on.
Mm.
So and they're gonna introduce me in like in some form of like royalty. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So
Yeah, that's what I
I
realized.
feel like I'll fit in fine.
They're very welcoming. Very welcoming.
Why do you guys think it's like a very big financial toll? Because like, you know, for other people going back home, but they say they're from like Asia or whatever, it's just really just their ticket and accommodation.
Mm.
But I think when we're going back home, it's not just your ticket accommodation. You have to
Yeah.
kind of
Provide for.
take
family
Bring
back home.
something.
financially
or like
take
leave
into
something,
account,
yeah,
you know.
for that. But
Or-
that's because.
And you have
It's
a
hard.
lot of relatives. You gotta
Yeah.
look after. Like,
Yeah.
people you never met before. Everyone's a relative.
Definitely. Everyone wants something from you when
Right.
you show up.
And yeah, when you leave, like you leave with a bit of pressure with you as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
one thing that.
that's what happened to me, bro.
Yeah.
I
same.
went there with clothes. I came back.
You
empty.
came back
Same.
with nothing. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think that is?
It's just socioeconomic reasons, I guess.
Yeah.
Like that's the
I think, yeah.
fundamental reason for it. Like, if they had what we had, we wouldn't be doing this. You know, it'd be more like just gestures as gifts. You know, but it wouldn't be anything like making pressure for you. Basically, that's what I'm trying
They
to
don't.
say.
You know what's funny? They don't hold back. They
Yeah.
just say it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
That's one
I'm
thing.
gonna take this from you.
Yeah.
That's
the,
mine now.
that's the
Yeah.
thing.
I had people like raid my whole like suitcase. You know,
Wow.
like the first couple of days that I got there, it was just like everyone's like,
And I don't think it's in a
Okay.
sinister way as
No,
well.
no,
it's
it's
not.
not.
Yeah. So
This is the thing.
It's-
Like when you're going back,
yeah.
like because I know most of my friends have been back home, and this was the first time going back. They didn't really know what to take,
yeah,
but the second time they went back, the
you
third
know,
time,
yeah,
Yeah.
then you learn from experience.
Mm.
Right.
So the second time you're gonna go back, whatever it is that you're taking,
You don't have any attachment to it.
you have to be willing to lose
give it
it,
away,
or to give
exactly.
it away to the person or to your family members.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you learn to be selective about what you're putting in your
Yeah,
briefcase.
but even
you
when I
take.
went, I think I was more like just taking stuff for other people. Like it wasn't even like I had like my backpack. It was like my clothes, but it was like everything else. Like I'm not coming back with this.
Honestly, if I come back with a jalabi, I'm happy, bro.
Just something on you, just
Exactly,
clothes.
yeah.
Don't come back naked.
But yeah, so I guess moving on into more family, in terms of family structure, like how do you guys think family structure is different, from back home and here? If that makes sense. Do you get the question?
Yeah, I get the question.
People still practice polygamy back home.
Yeah,
People
so
still practice polygamy
wives,
here.
but on the low though. So what do you guys think? Are you guys gonna get, multiple wives, or is also gonna be like, what's your
Here in
idea?
Australia, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, Australia you
They
can't do
want more
that.
education.
You gotta go back home to do that.
Oh, okay. So you've
So
already
you
thought
want
about
to do
it.
that?
You've already thought about it.
These girls might be listening.
that's what you
Got
wanna
the
do.
setup,
That part out.
Okay.
Might be listening.
Okay, tell
You want me to
us.
snip that part out, right?
Yeah, you don't want to give
Might be
us a
listening,
blueprint
man.
like that.
Nah, just like from what other people were saying, to be
Oh,
honest,
that's what they always say. This is from one of my friends.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But
so,
yeah, nah, you have to go back for sure to do that,
Last week, Ahmed and I were talking about dowry and stuff,
yeah,
and how like the prices are just bumping up.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
do you think that?
To be honest, they're not thinking ahead because, with Sudanese parents, they want their kids to be educated, But how are you gonna pay off your schooling when you got this
Yeah.
holding you back?
Yeah.
Like, why don't you gotta work something out there,
Yeah.
Mm.
You
Isn't
gotta
that what I was
compromise.
saying?
Yeah, you gotta get
You gotta
a
compromise,
loan
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Afterpay.
You gotta get on an afterpay.
Go
You're
for
gonna,
me.
you're gonna put your kid
Go
in
fund, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
put your kid in a.
So what do you guys think, Chol?
Go ahead, man.
Chol hasn't been
You
speaking.
have something to
That's
say.
because this topic is not really my topic.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were a family man, bro. What's going
Nah,
on?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. That's why I'm just taking out all these relationships and stuff.
You look like you're ready.
I experienced it. I've seen some of my families get married. Now
Yeah.
they're
Do
struggling
you
to
think
pay
people
everything
get
off.
married
Right.
too young, even now?
Right now, not really this time, but
Because I
maybe a
argue
few
that
years
people
ago.
rush into having kids and
Yeah.
will like get married traditionally because it's not like legally,
Yeah. I
and
know
then
what you mean.
we'll we're married and have kids and stuff like that.
So like right now, all of us like sort of around the same age, so we're not really at that stage to talk about how it is, but we can talk about where do you think it's gonna go or how it should be. So what do you think an ideal family structure should be in Australia?
In Australia,
Yeah, in Australia for us, like what do you think what should it be like?
I don't think it should be any different to what the norm is here.
The norm here, so you mean
It's like a
fully
nuclear-
adopt their
Yeah, it's
cultures?
like a nuclear family or whatever,
Right, right.
two parents and like
So, but in this
a
society though,
substantial number of kids or whatever.
but in this society, don't you think both parents usually you need both parents going to work these days just to
Yeah.
support the family? But traditionally, isn't it mainly like one person goes, one person stays home?
Do you think so?
That's what I felt like, especially with the old school.
Yeah.
Like usually, what the men do just as soon as they get married, they're done working. They just relax at home. while
Yeah.
the man
It's
does
weird,
everything.
yeah. So that's not obviously not gonna work.
So do you
Yeah.
think the pressure is on the female?
woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not fair, man.
Mm.
It is not fair at all. Like
Mm.
I felt like the first thing is, with this whole marriage thing, they get forced into it,
Yeah, yeah.
And second thing is, if you do get forced into it, at least help her out,
Mm. Because I think everyone has like has a story about their mum being like, carrying the family and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
Mm.
Okay, so you think adopt the culture?
Yeah,
here?
so like
Yeah.
both parents will,
Mm.
Yeah.
work and stuff
I
like
think
that.
You
that's
guys
the best
agree with
way
that?
to keep- Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, you
that's-
guys agree with
Yeah, I
that?
agree.
All right, fair enough. Okay, now we just want to talk about support in the next one.
Yeah, so this is where we can talk about what you guys
Yeah,
do.
what you guys are doing as well.
Yeah.
So, I guess my main question is: do you guys feel you've had enough support, especially from the Sudanese community?
Firstly, what do you guys do? Tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yep.
Well, so basically, we run a basketball training program
Mhm.
that basically try to uplift the young African community
Yep.
through
Mm.
sports.
When did you start the training?
We started in 2015 in October, so it's been going strong for about 3 years right now.
Yeah.
And the growth is going up every time. every
Did you
year.
kind of like trampoline from the tournament that was happening, like the SSNNB, right?
SSA, NBA.
Yeah. So talk about the tournament a little bit and how you
The tournament, basically, I think the majority of African community, they don't really understand what the outcome of the tournament does for the kids. Basically, they don't really see that it's actually a good thing that keeps them intact, keep them connected to the culture. And all stuff. So just having it taken away was kind of a big.
Yeah, well, you guys need to tell us what it means.
So the SSNBA is South Sudanese Australian National Basketball Association. So they run 2 basketball tournaments every year.
Yes.
One in July and one in December. And started about 15 years ago. And they've been running from Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra. Yeah, I think those only states.
Nobody going to Western Australia.
Has it only been happening in Melbourne yet? The last, like, say, 4 years?
The last 3
maybe
years.
3
years.
Yeah.
So the last 3 years started off in Knox and then I moved to Eagle Stadium, and it's been happening there ever since then because there's no other stadium in Australia that can beat Eagle Stadium. The majority of the African community lives in Werribee. So yeah.
And what about the teams and stuff like that? How does people go about registering and putting a team out?
So the teams are basically from all over Australia, from most states. Melbourne having the most teams because that's where the majority of the people live. And the registrations, we're not going to go financial.
Oh yeah, not the financial side, but just how does somebody go about registering a team?
Any team is welcome. So anybody, you can put a team together, have a group of guys.
Do you necessarily have to be Sudanese to play in a tournament? That's the
so
criteria?
so the rules that they had is, so they put in like an import rule where we can have like maybe 3 or 2 imports from another culture, basically. Because they're trying to keep the tournament is just basically Sudanese.
I think one team got disqualified for that reason.
For having too many imports?
Yeah.
And what careers has this tournament launched?
A lot of guys that came from the tournament been to college, and some of them been to professional leagues also.
So go play college ball.
Yeah. And played for Australia, so a lot of people came out of the tournament.
A few of those guys being Thon,
Mango Mathiang, Deng Adele, a lot of the other guys in
a
college.
lot of them playing college now.
And some of them in the NBL right now in Australia. Kwani, Majuk Deng, stuff. There's a lot of guys. I think it's about 11 right now that are playing in the NBL.
That's good. And what role does your basketball training have in this whole scenario that you're painting?
When the tournament got cancelled, a lot of questions were coming back towards us, like, does this affect you guys and all that stuff? But basically, we just concentrate on the training, the smaller breach, and just try to uplift the young community that don't get the opportunity to train or have the money to pay other programs to train in there. So,
what's the kind of support you've received from the community?
To be honest, we haven't received anything. We've just been doing it by ourselves. So haven't really anybody coming out to us say, this is what we can do to help you guys.
Have you told the community what you're doing?
No, we haven't told them because they don't really believe in what we do.
Yeah.
So we just try to do it our own way and try to do it.
Because like as before we were recording, me and Kobe were talking about support a little bit as well, and he was saying that the Sudanese community, especially the elders, don't see what you guys are doing as something all too positive, They'd rather keep the kids away from sport and try to push them towards an academic lifestyle and education. So they don't see the the benefits of it as much.
They kind of go hand in hand.
Right. Exactly. So what do you guys think? Like, how do you feel about that, first of all?
Well, basically, what they need to see is basketball is a vehicle that you can use to get education for free. Right. Basically.
Okay, that's one good point. Yeah.
And they don't really see that. So I think that culture needs to change the way they're shifted to actually see the outcome. Right. Especially right now with basketball growing in Australia, a lot of kids are getting more opportunities.
Correct.
Yeah. With that being said, right. It's one of the major reasons why kids pursue playing this sport, because of what they see and how they're gonna succeed out of it. Because being over here, because we were talking about HEX before, right? Like personally, I'm in those shoes right now where I'm going to university and I'm paying back a debt that I don't really want to pay, but I just got to be accepting of that. And if I was in a better situation whereby I was younger and I have all these opportunities, like at my site, I would work my ass off and get an opportunity to go to college and get a free education, whereby when I finish within those 4 years, I don't have to look back and say and have a chip over my shoulder, and whereby I'm paying off 40, 50 grand,
Right.
maybe more if
Exactly.
if I'm studying medicine or law
Longer. Yeah.
or and so on. And so back to what Chol was saying earlier, that it's a vehicle that you use to get to where you want to go. You don't necessarily have to make it to the league,
Right.
but if you've got that debt off your back where you don't have to really pay it back,
Exactly.
you know, then you've done your part. Then it bounces back to the education,
Right.
and it's been fully paid for.
So I guess my question then becomes: so you guys have a pretty important point, which is quite logical for anybody to follow. Are you guys doing anything to sort of market this, or are you guys just just going forward with the plan and hoping for people to just jump on board? Because because you got to get the word out. Like you got to push like how you guys feel and what you think about it, and now help people understand a little bit more instead of parents pushing you guys away. Like it does come with time, but are we doing anything to like market or advertise or sort of be involved in
So basically what we're doing is we're trying to give the younger generation opportunities that we never had growing up.
Yeah.
So through especially the events that we run, the training that we do,
Mm.
and through that we're getting more connections
Mm.
where we can actually help them get a job
Mm.
or actually
Yeah, you
get
guys
playing
going into the community.
So
like
that's
that.
what we're doing like that.
Yeah.
So we're not really approaching the older generation because we know it's gonna be hard to shift their mind,
Yeah.
actually to see what we're doing. So we try to leave that out of the way and try to do our own way. So basically,
Fair enough, bro. What do you think about Kobe? What are your thoughts on Kobe?
he's a handsome man. He's a very handsome man.
What's it like working with Kobe?
Basically, so the way we work is Kobe is the idea guy. And me, I'm more of an action person. So
Right.
it comes with the idea, I put in the action, make
Yeah.
the phone calls, and we make
Correct.
it happen.
Okay.
So that's how we're connecting as a 1-2 combo.
Just from like a leadership point of view, to be a mentor in the
Mm.
community, not just for boys but for girls as well. Do you think that is important?
Yeah, it's very important for any gender to just be motivated or pursue whatever it is that they want to do. Like they can look at us as examples, whereby we're doing what we put our minds to,
Yeah.
and that will go towards what you're talking about as well. Like you just got to be motivated enough to just chase it, because nobody's gonna go out there and get it for you. You got to go get it yourself.
Yeah.
So if you look at me and Chol and what we're doing, and just have that grind and the motivation behind it, where you just pursue it and be ambitious about it, then you can get it done.
So Elevate for you is more like a motivation and skills
I mean,
that can be applied to different contexts other than basketball.
I mean, like, I don't know, like, go much into it, but there's a documentary coming out.
Oh.
Okay. You heard
Alright.
it here first.
Yeah, by Mr. Elevate, and
Right.
the idea behind it is it's not going to just be basketball, because, like, that's what we began with, but it's gonna maneuver and move into everything that it's gonna be a part of you in everything that you do. So you might be a doctor. His older brother is a doctor. He's he's over in the States studying, evolving in his industry and his field. So he's in the documentary as well. So that's one of the major characters, I may say. But there's a lot more to it in this upcoming film. So with that being said, to answer your question, Elevate is going to be a part of everything that we do.
So give us a date.
No.
We still, a lot of people have been calling, asking for the day, because
Right.
we were supposed to release it in September
Okay.
this year. And they moved it to November.
Right.
And then everyone started getting busy, so basically I haven't finished filming yet.
Oh.
Okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
So it covers all the successful Sudanese people in there. So not just from sports, but from business, fashion, all that stuff. So basically we're trying to elevate everything, not just basketball.
Elevate your life. I like it.
All right. So I guess from an outside perspective, what do you guys think about what they're doing, Moses?
I think it's a great thing, man. Like I just I hope parents, Sudanese parents, the older ones just pretty much just respect it. Open up your eyes a bit more and
Give it
just
a chance.
just see what they're doing. That's my main worry, to be honest. But if you're younger than your obviously oldest they're just not gonna really hear you out as much.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
like there's a certain things you gotta do for them to respect you. So what I believe is, you need to get married and have kids for you to actually speak your mind.
So you're telling them to get married
No.
and have kids.
And then tell
tell the parents.
we do elevate basketball.
Hey, no, but I'm just saying
Nah,
that's
I
what
know
I
what
feel.
you're saying.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like in our
which is
culture-
not right. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
right, but that's the way I feel like they need. That's the way they do it. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I did have that conversation with my grandma. You know, like till today, she still sees me as a kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
When you get
No.
married, that's when she respects
Yeah,
you.
that's when she respect me, man. Straight
Okay.
up.
No, it just because usually when I first started Elevate, my mom didn't actually. She thought I was wasting my time.
Mm.
Same as my brother and all that stuff. But once my brother started hearing from other people what I was doing,
Mm.
he started believing that okay, this was actually good.
Mm.
So he started kind of be more calm, trying to focus on what I'm trying to do,
Yeah.
and just be more laid back. And that's when my mom started following
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
Because he started hearing from my
Yeah.
older brother, who's a doctor, a surgeon,
Mm.
that I'm actually doing good in what I'm doing.
It's like a
that's
snowball
fine.
effect, you know?
Yeah.
Once it gets going, then, yeah.
So it has to be hearing from the older ones. That's the
Mm.
only way the parents are going to actually believe it.
Oh yeah, I agree as well. What you guys are doing. We grew up together basically. We played basketball for a long time, you know. So it's great that like to see this kind of thing from, especially because we're all close like that. Okay, well, really appreciate you guys coming to this podcast. We just want to do something new, get some guests, and it was a really good reach just to grab you, Chol and Kobe. So I guess we're just gonna conclude here.
We would like to thank our audience and Ahmed and Neil. Is that right?
Yeah.
Neil
Yeah.
for welcoming us to be part of the podcast. Me and Chol are very thankful for this opportunity. And
Just a little message to everybody out there. If you got a passion or whatever dream, just chase it, no matter what. Even though you don't get the support right now, a longer run, it will come along. So just stay focused, continue what you're doing, and stay strong.
All right, we have Chol and Kobe, One High Productions, and Elevate Basketball. Thank you guys for coming. We'll leave the links in whatever we upload to what you guys. Yeah. So thanks guys.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah.